Hi everybody, and welcome to lesson 2.10, Energy Conservation. The content in this video is aligned to the third edition of Environmental Science for AP and covers information from College Board Unit 6.13. Here we're finishing our deeper dive into energy generation resources, processes, and uses. Here we're going to discuss how we make energy resources and energy use more efficient and conserve that energy. This leads us to our content objective of understanding that humans use energy from a variety of sources, resulting in positive and negative consequences. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe methods of conserving energy. Which leads us to understanding our guiding question. How do we make energy more efficient? One of the first concepts to understand when we talk about energy conservation is how we identify energy resources that are able to give us the most energy for the least amount of effort. This, in essence, is the ROEI, or the energy return on energy investment. Here, we simply measure the ratio of output versus input. An ROEI of 1 means that we get out exactly as much as we put in. To be productive, the ratio must be 3 to 1. To be economically viable, it must be 7 to 1. This figure shows us several different types of energy resources across renewables, perpetuals, and non-renewables. It goes further by providing information related to the addition of energy storage methods. The data represented in the figure indicates that nuclear and hydropower are the most effective energy resources in terms of ROEI. We can also take the ROEI one step further by calculating the efficiency of an energy source or energy conversion. To do this, we simply multiply the ROEI value by 100. This gives us a percentage which tells us how efficient this particular resource or energy conversion is. It's important to remember that because of the second law of thermodynamics, no energy conversion will ever be 100% efficient. While increasing the efficiency of energy resources and those items that use them is a wonderful focus, one of the problems that comes with increasing energy efficiency is what is known as the rebound effect. In essence, the rebound effect occurs when increased efficiency gives a false sense of using less, when in reality the individual is using the same or even more energy than before. The rebound effect can occur directly when choices are actively made to use more efficient sources for more reasons or more often, or indirectly, where choices are made not associated with that particular appliance or item with increased efficiency. For example, let's assume that you buy a car with a 15-gallon tank and it gets 21 miles per gallon on the highway. You could theoretically drive 315 miles on one tank of gas. If gas is $3.50 a gallon, that's going to cost you $52.50 every time you fill up your tank. This might mean that you limit how much you drive to going to essential places only. If gas is $4.50 a gallon, now you're up to $67.50 per fill up. At this point, maybe you're looking to carpool with others to save money on gas. Now, let's say you trade in that car and buy a new one that still has a 15-gallon tank, but gets 38 miles per gallon on the highway. Effectively, you can now drive 570 miles on one tank of gas. While the amount of money that it takes to fill up your tank is the same at each fill up, this new car has to be filled up half as often. Because of this, you may drive more than you did before, or you may use the extra money that you save in buying gas to go on a trip. Either way, you end up using the same or more energy in an efficient car than you did in one that wasn't as efficient. That being said, there are many different ways that you can increase your personal energy conservation. We know that large-scale change won't occur until there are large-scale changes happening in government and business, but we as individuals can make choices for ourselves to reduce our impact. The byproduct of these choices is that we will save money in many cases, and in others even be healthier. Some of the methods of increasing our personal energy conservation is to use as many energy efficient products as possible. LED lights, Energy Star rated appliances are examples. If we have the ability, we can make choices about our homes so that we are using high insulated and efficient windows, complete insulation, passive solar design, and conservation landscaping to reduce our need to use air conditioning in the summer and heat in the winter. We could drive less, walk more, and take carpools or public transportation whenever possible. We can eat lower on the food chain, which requires less energy input in the production of excess feed for animals and transportation of materials. By reducing our water consumption, we're also decreasing the amount of energy that's needed to transport water from a wastewater treatment plant to our homes. These small steps can make an impact on our lives and our wallets, and can sometimes inspire us to take part in grassroots and national campaigns to increase sustainable action and efficiency. Other options for increasing energy efficiency cannot be done simply by an individual. They require larger scale changes to the ways in which urban areas, governments, and businesses function. The production of things like battery electric cars, such as a Tesla, can produce the reliance on petroleum for gasoline transportation. While we still may use fossil fuels to produce the electricity needed to recharge the battery, we can substantially reduce our use of fossil fuels for the transportation component. Cities can invest in the infrastructure for reliable and efficient public transportation, like buses, trains, and trolleys. When these services are safe, reliable, and efficient, individuals are more likely to make use of them. This use provides more funds to help maintain the infrastructure. Additionally, cities can make changes to zoning laws that allow for more walkable cities and the development of smart urbanization, which can decrease the reliance on fossil fuels and cars for transportation. Lastly, we can engage in things like energy efficient and sustainable building and constructive landscaping. These practices are designed to increase green spaces and reduce overall energy consumption of buildings. The Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design certification is given in varying degrees to buildings that are designed with specific energy and environmental guidelines in mind. The certification is given based on a variety of factors, such as energy use and efficiency, water use, and sustainability of building materials. The Proximity Hotel in Greensboro, North Carolina, was the first hotel in the United States to receive the LEED Platinum certification, the highest level. It has maintained that certification to this day. The following slide provides you with an opportunity to see how some of these ideas are connected together. Feel free to pause the video and explore the connections between these topics. Then use the statements at the beginning to review.